A saddle pose is focused on stretching out your quads and your hip flexors. We're going to start setting ourselves up in a kneeling position, sitting your hips towards your ankles. And then if you are flexible enough, we'll lean back until you feel a stretch through your quads or your hip flexors. You can put your hands on the ground. If you're super flexy, you can take your feet a little bit wider and actually sit your hips on the ground. I can't get there, but maybe some of you can. And if you're really super flexy, we can lay all the way back to our elbows or till your spine is on the ground. The important thing here is that we're not trying to lay on the ground at the cost of our midline, right? So I might be flexible through my spine enough to lay down on the ground here, but what's just happened to my spine is I'm in this super arched position, and this is no longer a quad stretch for me, but tension on my lower back. So we want to make sure that you're feeling this quad stretch, your midline stays tight, you're squeezing your glutes up. If this is really challenging for you, this can be a very intense stretch. You can use a med ball and put it up against the top of your spine. Lift your hips off your ankles, kind of squeeze your glutes to the ceiling to create that tension, and you should feel that stretch through your quads. If you need something higher, you can also lay on a bench or a box, something of that nature, if you have a hard time bracing your hands on the floor. So whichever variation you need to use to achieve that stretch, make sure that this is a quad stretch and not something that impacts your lower back.